Important subject today. So in the Congress of the United States, there are racists. Not like there were before the Civil War and, other times throughout our history. But there are racists. Both, all ethnic groups. And let me define what that is. So a racist is somebody who makes judgments about important things based on skin color, how you look, how you were born. And there are a lot of pejorative words, the N-word, every ethnic group has those words thrown at them. And it's all very disturbing. Now, there are two types of racism. There are the racism that is threatening, and that's against the law. So if somebody threatens you, you can have a cop arrest them if you record it and you got it on from proof of it. The other racism is what I call passive racism. And this is where Congress comes in. So people get elected in various districts around the country there are all white districts who would never elect a black. And there are all black districts who would never elect a white. Not that many anymore, but they exist. So I'm going to spotlight three Congress people tonight for you. First one is Jasmine Crockett. All right, she is a congressperson from Texas, 30th District. That's the Dallas area. She's been in Congress for 2 years. Young woman. And she really uses the race card a lot. Roll the tape.
It is this fear that the people within the party, within the primary system, will have about voting for a woman, because every time we voted for a woman, we've lost so far. And I think that that's a natural fear because we just want to win. So there's a lot of people that are like, you know what? Like, let's go find the safest white boy we can find. I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay, safest white boy. All right. So if you said the safest black boy, you'd lose your job. But Ms. Crockett feels that she can categorize people in these areas. I would like to interview her, but she'd never do it. But we'll put in a call. But she'd never come up against me. But she seems to be a smart woman. It's like Ocasio-Cortez in New York. These are not dumb people. But she looks like she's using that race card to advance herself. Second one is the infamous Ilhan Omar. You know her. She's been around since 2019, 6 years, Minnesota's 5th congressional. She's a rough person. Roll a tape on her.
Our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. We should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization of white men.
There isn't a statistic available anywhere in this country that says white men are causing most of the deaths. If you look at the FBI stats, that's not even close. Miss Omar, but she doesn't care. Okay? She is hard for me to describe, but I don't think if I said she's hateful, that would be inaccurate. There's another guy, Ro Khanna. He is in California's 17th congressional district. That's Silicon Valley. He has been there since 2017, 8 years. And Khanna's a Yale Law School grad. And Khanna's totally different on this stuff. Roll the tape.
Omar, in her just on a substantive level, I think that White Americans have done enormous things for our freedom. I mean, who were the people who scaled the cliffs of Normandy? Many of them were white men. And it's not just I disagree politically, I disagree substantively. This is a great country. It is a kind country. It is a decent country. It is a country that has allowed an Indian American son of immigrants of Hindu faith to go represent the most economically prosperous place in the world. That would not be possible anywhere else.
Now, if Ro Khanna can say something like that, which is absolutely true, how does Crockett and Omar answer? They answer by falling back on historical grievance. That's what this whole thing is about. So you take a country that was founded by war, revolution, 1776, and then molded up until 1789 in a system of government based on a constitution. And you take that country and you pick out the horrendous things that have happened in its history without any kind of context. So I write history books. My first book was Killing Lincoln. And I put the Civil War and the slave trade into a context so that Abraham Lincoln, when he came in to be president, couldn't stop the war. And here's why he couldn't stop it. History. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, there were absolute reasons why the South wanted to do what it did. Now, are those reasons defensible? No. You don't enslave human beings. I'm sorry. Doesn't matter what year it is. You don't. And then there were Native Americans. I wrote Killing Crazy Horse. Okay, you could see the clash and how it developed. All right, between the whites who were moving west and the Native Americans who had a totally different lifestyle, totally different communities clashing with these Europeans. And this is all history, and horrible things happened in our history. But you have to balance, okay? So in the United States, as Khanna points out, frees billions of people all over the world, billions with a B. Okay, knocks out Hitler, knocks out Tojo in Japan, knocks out the Soviet Union, knocks out Saddam Hussein. I mean, come on. Who else do that? We had help, but we did it. Our blood and treasure did it. But these people, and then you get into, well, you had slavery, so therefore, in the year 2025, blacks are still persecuted. In some cases, they are. Not a perfect world. But we have a now codified law that if you are a minority, not just African American, and you are getting hosed, and you know a lawyer, you can do some severe damage to who's ever persecuting you. I mean severe damage. Now, that doesn't justify people of color being treated disrespectfully. Doesn't. Okay? But again, it's not a perfect world. If I see that, I stop it, no matter where it is. Just as a good Samaritan. I won't tolerate it. And I wish there were more people as assertive as I am, and I'm a powerful guy, I can do it. But you don't base your assessment of your country based upon what happened in the 19th century. That's insane. But these people, they don't even think about that. They use emotion, racial emotion, to advance themselves. You see what I'm talking about here? That's wrong. That's wrong. And there are white kooks who do that, but they don't get any traction. That's one thing that I'm so happy about. That these right-wing militia people and all of this, there's no traction there. Remember in the beginning of the Biden administration where Biden himself said, oh, the biggest danger to the country is right-wing militia. And I'm going, where? I see thousands of people a year. I don't see any of these guys. Nobody lives near me that's a white militia. Where are they? Oh, no. It's like the Black Panthers. Not a lot of Black Panthers around anymore. You know, extremism seems to be on the decline, thanks to guys like Ro Khanna. And I salute you, Congressman. And thank you for watching this YouTube bonus. I'm Bill O'Reilly. We'll see you again soon. Thank you for watching. To view full episodes of the No Spin News anytime, sign up to become a BillO'Reilly.com premium or concierge member today.